Sri Lanka. It might be the most complete country we've ever travelled through. You've got beautiful beach towns, safaris, mountains, amazing local food, and some of the most scenic train rides we've ever done. After spending over 2 months exploring the country, we've put together what we genuinely think is the perfect Sri Lankan itinerary. We'll show you where we'd stay again, the places we probably wouldn't go back to, the beach towns that are actually worth your time, and even where you can spot wild elephants without going on a safari. So if you're planning a trip to Sri Lanka, this video should make your life a whole lot easier. So to kickstart your amazing journey, you will be arriving in Colombo International Airport. Now, if you're arriving early, we actually wouldn't recommend sticking around. Head straight down south and follow the tips that we're about to tell you. But if you do arrive late and you do need to stay somewhere, we do have a couple of recommendations. Colombo itself isn't the best city. We actually stayed in Ahangama the first time and really enjoyed it. Otherwise, there are two places that we would recommend. The first one is Udawalawe Resort in Colombo. This is absolutely beautiful.
So beautiful.
Very luxurious. Yeah. So if you want to treat yourself there. Yeah. Secondly, if you're willing to travel about an hour south, there is an amazing villa called Villa by CC. Yeah. We stayed here for 3 nights and absolutely loved it. It's the perfect place to either sink into your trip or relax at the end before you fly out. The staff are amazing. It's this big villa with like 7 or 8 different rooms. Yeah. So you can hire the whole thing or you can just hire the individual rooms. Breakfast is included and we just loved our stay there.
Next up, you're going to head down south and the first place you're going to stop along the way is called Galle Fort. Now, you can also venture here from the other beach towns and we'll talk a little bit more on that later. But Galle Fort is incredibly beautiful. It is an old colonial style fort. It has like all these cobblestone streets, these beautiful buildings, lots of boutique restaurants, bars, and it's probably one of the most beautiful places we saw sunset.
It's got this famous lighthouse there as well, so you definitely have to walk around, grab a coffee or grab a meal. There's also a really cool restaurant called Coconut Sambal.
Yeah.
It's like traditional Sri Lankan rice and curry buffet style, super cheap. Absolutely go there.
Yeah, and they do a ginger beer, their own ginger beer, which really is very, very tasty. So if you're not going to do this one as a day trip, you can stay here for 1 night and I just stay in one of those cute little boutique resorts. There's so many of them. And also go and have a cocktail at Charlie's Bar. Really, really cool.
Next on your hit list is one of our favourite beach towns, Ahangama. Now, the first time we travelled Sri Lanka last year, we didn't understand the hype. We actually stayed in Weligama, which is the neighbouring beach town, and we did like one tiny day trip to Ahangama. Yeah. And we were like, what is the fuss about this place?
We did have a good rice and curry.
We did have a good rice and curry. But then this time we actually stayed there for 5 nights and we get it. It's honestly such a beautiful town. It's kind of hidden. So you've got this main road and then you've got all the shops and then the beach and like the beautiful views and the surf is on the other side. So there's so many amazing restaurants, cafes, bars. You can just wander around, grab a cocktail, take it all in. It's absolutely stunning. And we would recommend staying here for at least 3 to 4 nights and kind of using this as your base to explore the other beach towns. So from here, you can go back to Udawalawe if you wanted to as well. We didn't love Udawalawe. We probably wouldn't recommend staying there, but definitely visit it if you want to for a day trip. Otherwise, use Ahangama as your base to then also visit Weligama and Mirissa, which we'll get into in a second. So some places to add to your list for a quick drink or a coffee is Kai, Ahangama. This is honestly so aesthetically nice. Hotel de Uncle's for a quick cocktail. Go there at like 5 or 6 p.m. before it gets too busy.
I think apparently it's a good party as well.
Yeah. I didn't know that. There you go. Actually, they do have one in Udawalawe as well. We saw the big one. So yeah, I think Hotel de Uncle's is really cool. We went there for 1 drink and loved it. Then you also have Cactus. Now this is coffee, this is brunch, this is afternoon bevy, this is like grab a seat and just, take the day in. It was really, really cool. And then kind of hidden gem is the Lenny's. We went here the first time.
Yeah, the first time. That was our first bar, like beach bar in the whole Sri Lanka.
Yeah, and then we went back this time for dinner and it was perfect for sunset.
Yeah. And then one thing that we love about Ahangama is the food, and there's a few restaurants to go to. We're not going to list all of them, but some of the ones that you have to go to. Number 1 is Brine. This is like modern Western food, but done really, really nicely. Super cool aesthetic, great food, great cocktails. Make sure you book because it can book out. Then number 2 is Minori's Kitchen. This is rice and curry restaurant. It's been around for ages, family run. and you're not going to be disappointed. It's very, very cool. Well, the family's just running around.
Yeah, the little boy was running around and talking to us in English.
Yeah, his English is so good.
So good. And the serving sizes are so big, and it was pretty reasonably priced too.
Yeah, and speaking of rice and curry, there's one other one that we went to for the first time, Kalage, and this is so beautiful because it's in an old Portuguese style home, and then in the backyard it's got like fairy lights. It's really, really cute, and the food was incredible. Probably some of the best Sri Lankan food we had the whole trip at that place.
Yeah, so they actually do a lunch buffet. So if you're wanting the rice and curry traditional food, go for lunch, because their dinner is like a la carte menu.
Yeah.
We didn't make it to the lunch. We heard it was amazing, but the a la carte menu was fantastic.
While we're on Ahangama, there are 2 gyms that we really liked while we're there. So the first one is called CrossFit. This has got everything you need, all the machines, all the cardio. It's a fantastic gym. We went there most. And then there's another one called Salam Gym. And this one has a little bit less equipment. It's more probably...
More like CrossFit style.
CrossFit.
So your barbells, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's still got for all your free weights and some like cables and stuff, but it's perfect and not many people there. So we love that one too. And on that note, if you are trying to stay fit while you're traveling, then make sure you come and follow us on our Instagrams here, because that's what Abby and I do for work.
So moving along to the next beach town, you have Weligama. Now you can stay here if you like, but like we said, we do recommend staying in Ahangama and then doing little day trips. Weligama was really cool though, and if you're wanting to learn to surf, this is definitely the place, because the beach is so big. It's got this massive stretch of sand. There's heaps of people along the beach and surf coaches that'll just, talk to you in a second and ask you for a lesson, and the waves aren't so hectic, so it's perfect for beginners. We really liked Weligama. It was a lot more chill and laid back, and some notable places that you must visit as well. Nomad's Coffee is honestly probably the best coffee that we had in all of Sri Lanka.
Agreed.
All of Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. So go there, have brunch, have coffee. You'll absolutely love it. Plan B is also pretty good. We went there a lot to work in the first time that we were there.
Yeah.
Really good coffee, nice guys as well. And then lastly, if you're wanting more of a bit of a bougie experience, there's this place called The Cliff. The food wasn't that good.
I would say the food wasn't good at all.
The food wasn't good, but maybe we just didn't pick the right thing.
Yeah.
We were on a budget that day. We were trying to stick, remember? That was terrible. But the views are beautiful. So go book a table. If you can get sunset, it is just an absolutely beautiful spot.
And then the second town you can visit from Ahangama is called Mirissa, and you might know this one from the famous Coconut Tree Hill. Put some videos up. It is really, really beautiful. We go there early so that you miss the crowds, but it's a cool spot to check out. While you're in Mirissa, you have to go to brunch at Shady Lane. This is best brunch in the whole of Sri Lanka. They've also got one in Arugamba, by the way. But Shady Lane, so tasty. Order the pancakes or the shake and you will not be disappointed.
So good.
The shake is like the size of your head.
Oh, the pancakes are phenomenal. Yeah. Everything's the smoothie bowls. It's honestly such an awesome place.
Yeah.
Next on the list is our favorite beach town of all. Probably not in just Sri Lanka, in the entire world.
Of all time.
And if you've been following us for a long time, or if you're new here, hi, welcome. But this place is called Hiriketiya, and it is just an oasis. It is so fantastic. We have been a couple of times now, and every time we go back, it's like they call it the Hiriketiya effect, because you just never want to leave. It's this beautiful little town with a beach cove, amazing surf, and you can walk everywhere. They've got this really beautiful community feel.
Yeah.
It's good coffee shops, awesome restaurants. Oh, it's just the best.
It's just the best. And I think the thing about Hiri is it's got a beautiful surf break, but it's perfect for beginners and intermediate.
So when you're there, you can stay near Hiri Beach. Honestly, if you just look up on booking.com or Airbnb, you'll easily find accommodation. We stayed at a place called Green Station the first time and loved it. It's got this, it's kind of like different rooms, and then they provide breakfast, and it was just so lovely. Kind of like a real Sri Lankan traditional brekkie every day, which we loved. Great location as well. It's walking distance.
Yeah, and the
to
mum
everything.
who cooked us breakfast was so
Yes,
nice,
it was really cute. So Green Station's definitely a go. Otherwise, anywhere around Hiri Beach, or you could even branch out to Dickwella Beach. So that's on the other side. It's about maybe a 10-minute walk from Hiri Beach. It's a lot more quiet, but it's honestly we almost prefer it. It's got an amazing cafe there as well called Melkoha. We went there every day. It's an Aussie guy that runs it, and we loved it.
Now, because Hiri is our favourite place, we have a lot of recommendations for Hiri. So the first ones are for sunset drinks or sunset cocktails. You can go to a couple of places. The Ruin is right on the cove, And that's a really easy one to go to because it's right there in the centre. Then, and you can spend the whole day there and lie on the day
Watch
bed.
the surfers. It's awesome. If you go to the bathrooms as well, they're quite quirky.
Yeah.
I'll just leave you with that. Go experience that for yourself.
Yeah. And then you can also go and check out Bataz. Now, this is a newer one that's only opened a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago. Sunset is incredible there, and it's in its own little place. They have DJs and stuff, and apparently the party's pretty fun there.
And also just go for one cocktail at a place called Kokosa. It's a Japanese restaurant, so if you're in the vibe for Japanese, that
which was really good.
Which was really good as well. But they have this one cocktail called a guava picante. Honestly, the best cocktail I've ever had. Yeah, it's so good.
Crazy. Yeah, that's a big call for Abby as well.
I'm still dreaming about it.
And then also there's a lot of different restaurants that you need to go to. So for your local feed, you've got a place called Dazzling Moon, and this is like just one guy in this small little area, and he makes a rice and curry, super tasty. And then you've got Raz, which is right next to the ruin, and it is the best for sunset. If you book the steps for 5 p.m. and you have to book ahead, watch the sunset, and you can order the pork curry and the pumpkin curry, and you will not be disappointed. Also, the cocktails are great. Then their sister restaurant is called Smoke and Bitters. Also need to book ahead. The food is incredible there. Cocktails also amazing there.
Also, guys, in terms of booking ahead, we went in non-peak season, which was May, and we almost missed out on Raz, and we tried to get in a week ahead. So if you're going January, February, even March, get in like two weeks in advance. Go to their Instagram, find their WhatsApp, and then message them through WhatsApp and book a table.
Yeah, and actually on that, the best way to book anything is through WhatsApp. If you can find people on WhatsApp, you'll be sweet. 2 activities we recommend as well is 1, getting a massage. This guy, Aresh at Massage Shed, spiritual healer. You know, he was incredible, and
we made him famous. I think honestly on Instagram we posted about it, and now everyone's going to Aresh. So you might need to book in him too.
Yeah, exactly. But he's definitely worth it. And the guys who own Massage Shed also own the Yoga Shed, and we did yoga with them, and it was awesome. Really, really cool vibe. They also have magnesium bath and stuff afterwards if you want to do that.
So now it's time to go inland and take you away from all of the beautiful southern beach towns. But don't worry, because where we're heading next is almost just as beautiful, just a very different vibe. So we're going to head to a beautiful town called Ella. This is in the hillside. It's absolutely stunning. And you might have heard of it before because you can catch the famous train all the way from Ella all the way up through to a place called Kandy. We do recommend doing this. Now, the first time that we did this trip, we actually got off at a place called New Aralia. I can't say it very well. We didn't love New Aralia, so I don't know.
I think the thing is
the vibe was strange.
People loved it in the past because it's the coldest place in Sri Lanka. So all of the people who came and colonised would go there for summer holidays. That's why they got horse racing tracks and everything.
British. And they've got like high tea and like that sort of stuff.
And the locals do love it.
Yeah.
But for us personally,
it was freezing when we went to. So we wouldn't really recommend that unless you like hiking or that kind of British vibe. That's fine. Yeah. But other than that, I wouldn't bother with New Aralia, and I'd actually just go straight through from Ella all the way up to Kandy on the train. It takes about 4 hours. The train ride is so scenic. It's stunning. And if you book class 2 and 3, the doors and the windows actually open so you can see everything properly. You can even get that famous photo, out the door of the train, but be careful with that because people can injure themselves. And also the town itself, Ella, is just so cute. It's very walkable, so you can pick a cute Airbnb anywhere around there, and you'll, within a couple of minutes, you'll be able to
you can actually walk on the train tracks to get to the town. That's what everyone does. Awesome. Yeah.
We loved it. In the morning, we'd recommend doing 2 things. So first one is to go and do a hike up to Nine Arches Bridge. You can walk along the train tracks. Be careful there too because the train does pass. It's just stunning. You can go down the bottom and get that famous photo that Tice will put up on the screen here. And also there is a beautiful hike called Little Adams Peak. I can't remember how long this took us. A couple of hours?
Yeah, it didn't even take us that long. It only took us, I think, an hour to get to the top, maybe less. And we actually walked from Nine Arches Bridge to there. It was very doable. Yeah. Very doable. Also, at the bottom of Little Adams Peak, there's a guy who makes coffee. He was there at 7 a.m.
That was great.
And it was awesome.
When you're like walking along, you're like, it's like this little, I can imagine when you're in a desert and all you want is like water.
Yeah.
Like this guy, I was like walking along and I was like, I could die for a coffee. And he was just, he was just there serving espresso. And I was like, this is fantastic. So definitely go check that out.
So you could have spent 1 or 2 nights in Alla, and then we move on to probably one of the most famous places in all of Sri Lanka, which is called Sigiriya Rock. And you can stay in Dambulla and travel to Sigiriya Rock. Now, Sigiriya is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is incredibly beautiful, really special. You need to go there early in the morning so you beat the traffic. Also, it gets super hot because basically you're on top of a rock and then the sun's just beaming down. Now, to pay for entry, I think it's about 35 USD, which I think is totally fair for how beautiful and how special it is. If you didn't want to pay that, you could go to Lion Rock and watch the sunrise instead. Lion Rock is equally as beautiful. It doesn't have all the architecture that the Sigiriya Rock does, but for sunrise, it is extremely, extremely beautiful. We were there for 2 nights, so I actually did both of them. And yeah, I would recommend both.
And then lastly, somewhere along your Sri Lankan trip, you are going to want to do a safari. There are so many different options. You've got Yala, you've got Udawalawe, and you've got Wilpattu, and that's just to name the
3
most popular ones. There are plenty more. The first time we visited Sri Lanka, we did Wilpattu, and then the second time we did Yala, so we actually can compare them. Now, with Yala, it is the busiest by far. So if you're going in peak season, like January, February, you might want to explore one of the others because we've heard that it can just get so hectic, so many jeeps, watching these animals, and it might just not be that enjoyable.
Yeah.
We went in April, we were there, and it was perfect. We stayed in a place called Cinnamon Wild, which is a resort, and we would 100% recommend. The staff were fantastic. The breakfast and, oh my God, dinner was like out of control.
Yeah, and while we were there, a leopard even came to the front gate. I think that's why Yala is the most popular as well, because it's got the highest density of leopards and the highest density of animals out of all the parks. So that's why they all go there. And when we were there, when we saw the leopard while we were out, we still had like 5 or 6 jeeps come straight after us. And so if you think about it, during peak season, you're going to be like, there'll be like 15 to 20 jeeps coming up, and you'll be in a traffic jam looking at the leopard.
I guess that's the reality of it, but still go. We honestly had such a great time, and Cinnamon Wild again was fantastic. It's one of those places though that after dark, so like 7 p.m, you actually have to call the reception desk and ask them to come get you because there could be animals roaming around, which is really cool. We had this really beautiful dinner there one night, and there were alligators kind of all watching us, and not in a creepy way. We were safe. They weren't wanting to try and kill us, but no, we absolutely loved staying there. So we definitely recommend. One note though, if you don't want to do a safari, you could do a drive from the south. So for example, Hiriketiya, and drive through the famous road, Yala, all the way to Ahangama. And we did that drive. It took us 4 or 5 hours. We saw basically every animal that we saw on the safari except for a leopard.
Yeah, I know, which is pretty wild. Yeah. There's like elephants on the
wild
road.
Elephants.
And when we got to Ahangama, there were elephants just casually walking on the road like pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Now, the reason we're not leaving Ahangama in this 2-week itinerary is because it has such a short season. It is a place that you go if you love to surf. It's one of the most famous places to surf in Sri Lanka. But because of the limited surf wave time, I don't know how it works. Season. There's just a short window that you can visit. So it's only good from May, June and July, I believe. So if you're heading to Sri Lanka in that time, the East Coast is a better place to go because you'll have less rain, better swell. Is that correct?
Yeah.
If not though, we would thank you. If not though, we would avoid it just because it's way too rainy, and nothing's open also.
Yeah, exactly. Coming back to the safaris quickly, I just wanted to talk about 2 things. So Wilpattu, if you did venture up north, is really, really beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful national parks in Sri Lanka because it's quieter, wilder, more natural, and there's hardly any people up there. The other one is Udawalawe, and lots of people go here because it's the best for elephants, and they have like basically guaranteed sightings of a bunch of elephants there in Udawalawe.
Awesome, guys. So that is a wrap of how to spend the perfect 14 days in Sri Lanka. If you have any questions, please drop them below. Otherwise, come and follow us on Instagram here as well because we are much more active day to day there. You get a bit more behind the scenes. Yeah. And we do a question box every Monday there too where you can ask some questions specifically and we'll get back to you.
Awesome. Cheers, guys.
Bye.
See ya.